Good evening. It's an honor and privilege for me to be here tonight. Very rarely does a talent come along with the ability to completely change the landscape of an entire genre. But Kenny Rogers did just that. You bet. Kenny Rogers was one of the first ever crossover artists. He's a television star, and he's been a major presence across all media for 40 years. Heck, thanks to his recent commercial, I just saved 15% on my car insurance. But seriously, Kenny Rogers is an icon. He's the patriarch of the entire country music family. He's a great friend to many, and he's an inspiration to us all.
You touched my soul with your beautiful song.
Kenny Rogers is the benchmark of a recording artist.
In his time when he was at the top of his game, he was one of the biggest artists in the world.
He was forward-thinking. He was pushing the boundary.
I like to think I brought people into country music that wouldn't have come otherwise. And once you get to country, you just don't leave. There's a heart to country music that's different from any other music.
To record and sing and be a true stand up there with a microphone, have a badass looking suit on, let this right here make it all happen.
I'm your knight in shining armor, and I love you.
He dominated. He broke through and became just this pop culture icon. But he was always one of ours.
The trick to duets is you don't start with a partner. You start with a song. And you say, who would sound good with this? When you get inspired by the other person.
Every time two fools collide.
But my favorite thing about Kenny is his music.
Islands in the Stream.
Sweet music, man. Love will turn you around.
Buy me a rose, call me from work.
It's my theory that if it doesn't touch me, I can't make it touch you.
The delivery, the storytelling, and the way he sang, his beautiful, sexy voice.
He's absolutely amazing, and icon and idol and country music legend.
The Hall of Fame ceremony. My son, he said, Dad, you've been around a long time. Why did it take him so long to put you in the Hall of Fame? I said, son, it's not when, it's that you get in. Hits come and go, but the Hall of Fame is forever. 100 years from today, if someone says, who is Kenny Rogers and what was his music like, I would say Play the Gambler.
On a warm summer's eve.
It's one of those perfectly written songs that you can pick out all the images in your mind as it's going by.
We were both too tired to sleep.
It kind of personifies my life. You gotta know when to bear down and know when to back off.
We'll be climbing up the count when the dealing's done.
Kenny Rogers, congratulations, man.
On being honored as CMT's
Artist of a
Lifetime. Congratulations, Kenny.
Congratulations, Kenny.
50 years of #1 hits, brother.
We love you so much.
Nobody's more deserving than you, buddy.
When the dealing's done.
It is now my complete honor to present the Ram Trucks CMT Artist of a Lifetime Award to the living legend that is the great Kenny Rogers.
You got no when to hold, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money.
Thank you. Thank you, CMT, for this award. It means more than you can ever imagine. You know, you don't get to these places alone. I've had 3 managers in my 50-year career. Ken Cragen, Jim Mazza, now Ken Levitan, and they've all had great groups of people that worked with them. And each one added something new and better to my career. And I'd like to say thank you to them. And especially my family is here, my wife Wanda, my 2 boys, Justin and Jordan, and they can beat any of you guys up, so be careful with them. Justin and Jordan are here, and I have one of my older sons, Chris, is here, and I have another son, Kenny Jr., who couldn't make it. But most of all, thanks to the fans for this incredible ride. And let me tell you something. This all started with me when I was 12 years old. And I went to see Ray Charles. And I remember saying, I went home and I told my mom, that's what I want to do. And so all of you guys, when you go on the stage, just know that some 10, 11, 12-year-old boy or girl is saying the same thing to their parents. You can change the world. Thank you, guys.
You got to know when to hold.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dolly, and I am so honored to pay tribute to CMT's Artist of a Lifetime, my dear friend and partner, the gambler himself, Kenny Rogers. Of course, I've loved Kenny for more years than either one of us care to count. We started working together back when I was doing my very first Dolly show, and that was a long time ago. And anyway, we've remained friends. We've had some of the biggest duets ever, like Islands in the Stream, and I treasure his love and friendship. And Kenny, you've earned our entire country's music family's utmost respect for being a consummate professional, a devoted friend, and an incredible talent. So, can I just congratulate you, Kenny, for being CMT's Artist of a Lifetime?